Joe, do you know what that song is about?
Oh, boy.
I don't know what it's about, but it's a good song.
Yeah, it is
Thanks,
a great
Joe.
song. It's a great tune. It's about
Good
doing
song.
crystal meth.
Crystal meth, Joe.
Is what the song
Oh,
is
wow.
about. Yeah.
Bertrand ruins every song.
We're introducing a new segment in the near future called Mark Murders Music, and I'm going to reveal the meanings of songs for Zoe just to ruin them in his mind.
Nice. I like that. I mean, those are my favorite songs to listen to, the ones that have, like, deeper meanings.
Yeah. I used to like
There's
Pumped
a
Up
great
Kicks,
one.
and he told me what that was.
Yeah, that's not. Yep, that's.
play it anymore.
Yeah, well, it's never going to mean the same thing to you now.
Never.
Yeah.
No.
There's a great one by Fabulous called I Miss My Love, where he falls in love with this girl, and then she goes to the feds, and then he has to kill her. Like, you know, it's kind of it's a true love story.
Wow. Did you catch that Ben Affleck movie yet?
Yes, I did. Great movie.
Oh, my.
And it was good. You say great?
I thought, have you guys seen it?
No.
I've not.
What are you waiting for? You're on vacation the whole week. What do you mean?
Joe, what do you think I do on vacation? I'm sitting there. I study the Celtics 3-point shot surveys that they give me, all the analytical stuff. I break down all that stuff. How do you feel about how do you feel about the series, Joe? Now that it's over, pretty physical series for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, we kind of expected that. I mean, we've always had tough matchups against Orlando and throughout the regular season, and they're obviously well coached in their defensive versatility. So every series brings on a challenge, and you have to pass a test. Every series is a test, and I thought the test was the physicality, and their defensive scheme and their ability to switch. And you just have to be winning different ways. So I thought the regular season prepared us, for what was in store this series, and now we have to get ready for the next one.
Every time we talk about injuries with any players here on this show, and I mention that a player has a hamstring injury, it always elicits a bad reaction from Zoe. Every time Zoe has this, yeah, that's not good.
Not good.
So with Drew Holiday, what's the status there? Is that one of those not good hamstring injuries that just won't go away?
No, he's day to day. I mean, he's working his ass off to get back there for us, and it was good that we were able to kind of take care of business to give guys extra time to rest. But he's working as hard as he can to get back. He's day to day, and we'll just see how he continues to get better.
I always have that reaction, Joe, because I play with these guys that had it, and they're always the fast guys, right? Receivers or the running backs, and always doing it every day to day to get back. And he gets back at 85, and next thing you know, first carry, boom, pops that sucker. And you're done for like 4 months. That's why I worry about the hamstrings. I think knees, hands, shoulders, you can sort of push through that. Hamstrings I don't know if you've ever had one. I mean, they're tough to push through.
No, I mean, I haven't had one, but I know Drew's a tough guy, and, I know he'll do whatever it takes to put himself and our team in position to win, and we'll also do what's best for him, by him. So he's getting better and better each day, and we'll see how he progresses.
You just wrapped up a physical series, and sort of the talk around the NBA is the physicality of these playoffs. Have you noticed a change in the officiating here over these last few games?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I was watching a little bit of the Knicks-Pistons game before our game last night, and I was just kind of like, you don't realize how hard it is to ref these series because of the physicality. So I think the refs have done a great job of finding the balance of letting plays go versus knowing the calls they have to make. So I think it's good. I think it's good for us as a team. I think it's good for basketball.
From a fan perspective, it's great.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a throwback. It's more how the game probably used to be played. And I'll tell you what, it's made what could otherwise be a sleepy first round, which of the rounds in the playoffs, this one is that round. It's made it really interesting across all of the series, not just the one that you just played in.
Yeah, I think the confrontations have been good, too. I mean, I think that's good for teams. It shows that the guys care. It shows that there's a lot at stake, and I think that's been really good as well.
It feels like some of the players on your roster take a level of pride in how this series did play out from the physical standpoint. I heard that in some of the comments being made last night. Heard Al talking about it. Heard Jaylen
Al
Brown
started
talking
early in
about
the
it.
series, yeah.
It does seem that your players do take pride in how that played out in terms of playing the way that you guys did.
Yeah, I mean, we take pride in doing whatever it takes to win. And like I said, I think at this stage, physicality is the foundation theme going into every series. And our guys do take pride in playing that way. And I think that's really part of being the Celtics, right? It's like when you think of the Celtic teams, you think of physicality, toughness, and togetherness to start. And those are the things that we strive to exemplify preseason, regular season, playoffs at any time. So I thought the guys did a great job, because it's a tough balance of being the most physical team, but also having to execute. And physicality is just a word that people use, right? There's so much things that go into physicality. It's not just, what the outside physicality. It's the way you set screens. It's the way you box out. It's how you get to your space and being disciplined and all those things. So the guys take pride in the physical aspect, but also the intangibles that you got to be physical in and the details that you got to execute over the course of a whole series.
Do you have to be on it a little more of an intensity standpoint when a series is going that way? I remember 2 games ago when Al got tripped up, boom, you were the first one in there to separate him, get him up, just because maybe you could feel how the game was starting to trend that way.
No, it's just a balance, because when they got into the one in Game 4 down there by Orlando's bench, I thought it was good. I think there's just a time, and Al was just close to me then. There's a time and a place to let it escalate a little further, and there's a time and a place to just keep the guys focused, on what's at hand. So there was a good balance there. There was some good points of escalation that I wish kind of went a little further, and then there was some moments where we showed great poise and kind of just focused on the task at hand.
And Tatum doesn't seem like he's backing down. This series, and maybe it's this year, another year mature, the years that he's had, Joe, and statistically he's been so good since the wrist, but he looks different in his face. Like he's playing with a little bit of an edge. Do you notice that?
Yeah, I think every year is a different journey for the team. We've talked about that, but it's also a different journey for each player, and the environment changes. The way teams treat you change, the way you're being defended changes. You're growing as a player, and so he has an understanding of his environment and what's at stake, and also what he's called to do each and every night, and that's different. And I think that's the growth of a guy who's trying to get to where he's trying to get to. Is you got to take on different challenges every game, every season, every year, because people are always coming after you.
3-point attempts down this series for you guys as well. I mean, is that something that you look at and say, hey, you know what? This is a positive sign that we can kind of win in a different way here?
No, because I've been saying that all year, that you want to win by any way necessary. And, usually if you say one thing, there's a opposite side of that has gone up. And so our 3-point attempts were down, our free throw rate was up. And so that's what this season was all about, right? It was having an understanding that teams are going to defend us different ways, different matchups, different coverages. They're going to take away some of our strengths, and can we get to the second, third, fourth layer of our offense and of our execution? And every game provides a different opportunity to win differently. And so this series called for, forceful offense, driving the basketball, getting to the free throw line, and winning in the trenches. And so there's not never once have we said we have to win playing this way. We talk about we have to win doing, what it takes to win and the opportunities that, our opponent presents to us. And that's the most important thing is staying in that flexible mindset. So next series could be completely different. We have no idea what it's going to look like. At the end of the day, we got to know our environment. We got to be ready to attack on both ends.
So if it keeps looking the way that it looked in this series and your threes are limited, but you're playing teams that in theory are better offensively, does that concern you?
Concerns me is if we don't know the matchups, we don't know the coverages, and we don't execute at the level that we need to on both ends of the floor. That's concerning.
Gotcha. Well, Joe, it's great talking.
Yeah, bud.
I mean, we close up a series, and you guys come. This is the episode that we have the day after. You got to be. You take it to that serious route.
I don't do anything serious.
Zoe was the one that changed directions. Which is the stunner of the day.
Let's go get some food, Joe.
Biggest upset of the day was that I was about to talk about The Accountant 2 and ask you if it was better than the first one.
Back on track.
And I was going to ask you.
Is that the one where he's a sniper?
Here's a trend, Joe. I rarely believe that a sequel is better than the original. It's a rare thing.
Yeah.
Right? So often you feel let
Gladiator
down.
2, Gladiator 2 was kind of in that category.
Yep,
that was up there, and I think Accountant 2. What I like about the Accountant 2 is autism has a special place in my heart because of people close to me, and I thought the first one showed not necessarily it showed the discipline and the regimen and how kind of Ben Affleck's character got to where he was. But what I love about the second one is it showed the human, the empathetic side. His ability to like connect with his brother, his ability to like work with people who were going after him. Like it showed that there's more than one side to it, and I thought it highlighted. It was almost like I was reading a Wall Street Journal article. It was almost like it's a superhero type movie for people who can leverage their supposed weaknesses but turn them into strengths. Right? Like so many people focus on either what they're good at or what they're not good at, but I think there's a space to focus on how you can make what is perceived not to be good at to actually be great at. And I think the movie nails that.
You guys should have a team outing.
You should have a T-shirt made like that.
Yeah, get some popcorn, kick back.
Yep.
I mean, we went from crystal meth to accountant to like basketball. I don't understand.
Yeah.
We hit
that's
everything
how it
here,
goes.
Joe.
I'm going to, by the way, so is it better or worse than the first one? We never settled that.
I think it's better.
Wow. That's, again, rare feat. I can think of one movie that I always go to on this question when you say which movie was the second one better than the first, and it's Terminator 2. Terminator 2, far better than Terminator 1. That's the one that I default to.
I mean, I think Dark Knight's better than Batman Begins.
Hangover 2 was good.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Not as good as the first one. No, it wasn't.
Hangover 3 was great.
Joe, now we're going to have calls for the next 2 hours of people trying to come up with the second movie being better than the first, the sequels being better.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for that.
Joe, would you
but what's Joe Mazzulla's favorite movie snack? That's another one.
Favorite movie now?
No,
favorite
snack.
snack.
What do you
go
like
to the
to
movies.
eat?
What are you getting at the movies?
I mean, that range. As a kid, I would always go popcorn and hot tamales combined.
Wow. You would mix the hot tamales into the popcorn?
Oh, yeah, it's big time.
Okay. That's a big thing. People
Now
mixing
it's,
things right in there.
Yeah, my wife does popcorn and peanut M&Ms.
That's hearty. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll just go straight popcorn right now.
Yeah.
Not a snow caps guy?
Oh, God, those
Nah.
are gross.
Those things
Raisinets.
What's the one, the Cowtail? The Cowtail? Cowtail's good.
yeah, you got to get the red vines.
Yeah,
red vines are better than
vines.
licorice.
Yeah. Hey,
Better than licorice.
what'd you think of the Pats draft, Joe? I know you have Vrabel courtside.
I actually didn't. All I know is they draft all linemen, so you got to win in the trenches, right?
Got a couple linemen. They got a fast running back. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what the game is. I think the games are all the same. It's the details and the margins that you got to win. So it starts there.
Spoken like a coach.
Hey, have you ever had a player's parent confront you after a game like we saw last night?
He may not have heard about
That'd be fun.
Did you hear about that?
I did, yeah. I heard about that.
Right. Yeah. Get the coins out.
Yeah.
Hey, if
Exactly. That's why you need to have
that's
coins.
why you got to get
100%.
well, speaking of fighting, in jiu-jitsu, would having short arms be a disadvantage in engaging in the fight?
That's the great thing about it is there's no such thing as a disadvantage. It's similar to the accountant too. Like you could leverage every situation that you have to make it yours. That's the beauty and the danger of it. Is everyone's a threat. At the same time.
Love it.
Good to know.
Hey, I got a question for you. I'm not going to answer, but I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to hang up.
We can do that. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, if we're trying to like solve the world's problems here, you have to commit a crime. You won't be charged for that crime.
Okay. But
the crime that you choose to commit will be eliminated from the world, and that crime will never be performed again. And you'll solve, what you perceive to be as one of the more important issues in the world today.
Oh, but you have to commit the crime yourself?
Yeah, in order for it to be wiped away from the.
But I'm not getting in trouble for that crime.
So if I kill somebody, no one else is going to get killed again.
Yes.
I have three people.
Yeah.
I have a 3 list. Yes.
You have a 3 list?
I can pick one of 3.
I feel like there would be. You want us to answer now?
No. Just that's for the rest of your guys' day.
Okay. All right. We'll do that.
All right.
Okay.
Later,
All right, Joe. See ya.
Okay, Joe.
See ya.